Hey Cannon, it's new here. I'll review the code you just sent me again. I wasn't sure I was going to do a video, but I just watched it all, and I feel like the things I can express to you are best done through voice, and so I there's some moments in here that make me so proud as a coach, and we'll go over them. But so with Junkrat, one thing I want us doing is just cheeky traps. So a spot that's really cheeky and good is right here. I really like the trap right here, or like right here-ish, because it's harder for them to see, and as they turn the corner they might not notice it and they'll walk into it, and it's free shots from us from up here. Actually, let me also tell you a super, I don't know if anybody does this anymore, but I'm gonna teach you a cheeky trick that I've learned from top 500 players, okay? I don't know if you have Overwatch 1, but if you have any credits, I want you to equip this spray. Just equip it, and just throw it down some places on the ground. Just like there. It's so cheeky and it's so dumb, but people fall for it. I'm telling you, people actually fall for it. Like, so if you have it unlocked from Overwatch 1, or if you just have some credits for it, yeah, use it. It's so, people fall for it. I'm telling you, it's funny, especially at the elo you're at. It's very, very funny. Okay. So that's my main Junkrat tip, is equip that spray. No, but seriously. Okay.
Ready for battle.
So I always think about, we always want to have a trap up if we can. And then trying to put them in cheeky places. So we could put it there, and that way they get caught and they don't see it very, very quickly before they come through the choke. And the other thing we could do is we could put it in this room, like right around here-ish. Probably, yeah, like right here. So that way if people come into this room and they try to flank, it's kind of like, we know that this person is flanking because we get notified about the trap. I like these. I like this. A little bit. I'm a little bit higher, but it's fine. We're against a Rhine, which means that we want to just try and make sure that we can either try and get our shots past the Rhine, or try and make sure this Rhine has no shields whatsoever. We're also against a Pharah. This is a little scary to me. I like that we used our concussion mine for mobility there. It was very, very good, and it got us out. But just, we're playing a little bit very frontline, and our tank is Orisa, and she's playing a little bit further back. It's unfortunate. I would just fire some shots to make it so if they come and pressure you, and when you get trapped here, if you just start firing here, especially like right close to this doorway, if they come and trying to capitalize on the fact that you are trapped, they will get punished instead of the other way around. And then I would just, instead of going for the mega, just go back to your healers to the left. Yeah. It's a tough 1v1 because we know the Kiriko's there as well, so it's not really a 1v1, it's a 2v1. I forget, are you console or PC? You are PC. Okay. It does kind of affect what I tell people if they're console or PC. Very, very slightly. Yeah, be wary of this engage. We honestly need to kind of wait for our team. And if our team is going to take too long, then we can try and, contest. But honestly, we need the last second contest here. I think our team is going to take too long, but we don't want to try and, we don't want to get picked early. And it's going to be really hard for us to get an entry pick with the Rhine shield. So we can kind of like stay back here. If you're feeling it, you could stand right here and just lob over that and try and hit the Rhine shield from right here behind cover. That's one really nice thing about Junkrat is you don't need to see the enemy to shoot them. I don't know if I could hit this angle, so that's why I'm like, maybe not. But you could still just like kind of like quick peeks here. It's a little bit scary against the Pharah, but if we save our mines for mobility, and if the Pharah hits us, we can just try and back out this way. Our Kiriko's almost here as well. So just be wary about engaging without the rest of the team here. Nice trap on the Moira. It'd be nice if we get another shot on her. I really love our movement with Junkrat. That's actually one of my weakest things, is my movement with Junk. So, it's nice seeing somebody who can like kind of do it. I'd get the mini first, but the Pharah's about to. I remember the Pharah kills you here. It's a nice try. We could have maybe tried to mine to get the Mega, but then we're just behind them, and unless you're gonna pick the Moira or the Kiri, it's kind of a rough trade. Or we could get the Pharah again as well. I'm iffy about this now because our team just lost the fight, so it could be very easy for the Pharah to spot us and get us picked here, and then we're staggered from the rest of our team. I think that's kind of our weakest point right now, is taking engagements without the rest of our team. So we're just a little bit staggered, and we need to be aware about when team fights are happening. Yeah, if you crouch walk, it's harder for them to hear you. It's still kind of loud at the moment, but it's fine. I love that. I love that you take this high ground. I don't know if it's intentional, but I want you taking this high ground even more. This is a decent trade. This is actually a really good trade for us, because now our team is going into an even fight because we traded for the Junkrat and now they traded for us, and they used an ult to kill us. So that means that they don't have barrage for the rest of our team, and I don't fully mind what happened. I wish that we took this in a full team fight, but it's very possible, like, in all honesty, we traded up, which is good. And then your BAP like pops off here.
Heroes never die. Fire in the hole.
I don't mind that. It's gonna be really hard for us to hit the pyre as Junk. Nice, direct. So I would put a trap, because we need to have a trap up. I would put a trap right here, so that way we know if they're flanking, because either they'll destroy it or they'll get into it, and we can kind of actually punish somebody if they do get trapped over there. I like that you're looking for a tire here. I have no idea how you killed them with that, but that's very nice. So I want us taking that high ground again. And if we try and take the high ground before the fight starts... Oh, she's so killable. Nice. It's unfortunate. We kind of got a little tunneled here. Because I don't want us giving up this high ground. We honestly need the Mercy to heal us. Oh, we get booped. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's fine. It's just if we... I know the Pharah looks really, really tasty. And I agree. But they have no healers, so she's probably gonna die. And if we are aware, because we have some audio cues that they're down here, we can really punish people in rooms as Junkrat. So even if we're still standing right here and we're just trying to fire into this, we could definitely break the shield. We could definitely try and get extra damage after that. Although we just kind of tunnel a little bit on the Pharah. Yeah, I don't think we... I don't know if what your goal was, but if it was just trying to take the high ground with this mine, it was a good attempt, but I don't fully love this mine unless that was your goal. Or to make yourself harder to hit by the Pharah, but yeah. So I want us looking back down. It's unfortunate you got booped. Nice. I go spamming into that room. I think we need to aim with Junk just a little bit higher. I think we're aiming a little low. So just lift your crosshair a hair, and I think you'll get where you want to be a lot more. I like that we avoided the trap. There's a Kiri shooting us, but I don't mind us really focusing on that 1v1, and I love that we killed the Mercy. I think that's so funny. I think it's hilarious. This is when our bat pops off. Look at that. You know what? Let's watch that. He deserves it. Sheesh. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, nice try, Bap. He did good. Okay. So I want to kind of maybe trying to take the high ground where the Bap is. So I want us staging in this down fight. I think that's funny. So we can stage either, since they have swapped, so I don't know if you know they've swapped it, but we could take up here and just keep standing up here. We don't need to be on the payload for it to roll backwards. So we could be up here and just try and get some long range shots up here. I actually really want us to be where the Bap is. But even up here isn't the worst because then we have visual and we can shoot them this way. This isn't bad if you can like correctly angle the shots above this, but it's not easy to do, so. I personally would probably play here, but I'm also not great at Junkrat movement. Fun fact. It's just something about it. I'm very bad at it. But if we were up where the Bap was, like, we wouldn't have to use our cooldowns to do it now. Nice pick. And we could do that, what we were just doing. And we could put a trap where I told you earlier about checking that flank position on the stairs. This is terrifying. I think you just stay out of the room. Because you can kill the Rhine from long range. He can't kill you from long range. So once we see this, I'm like, oh, this is a pretty nice shot. But we could just kind of land it from, like, back here as well. And punish both the people for being in the room from here. And then if he, like, tries to charge at you or anything, you can just go over here. And he can't hate you anymore. And his shield is about to break, too. I'd also consider putting a trap in this doorway. I don't know how quickly he would notice. Or we could tire it, even. We just get tire. We get it right now. Okay. Good try. Yeah, we should have been healed somehow. Our Bap tried. Don't forget to use your concussion mines out of this, so we could have used just one out of spawn right there. I'd consider a tire right here, but I think I don't know. I wasn't watching the kill cam in between, so I don't know where the fight's at. Okay, we didn't need it. See the Kiri? Nice, good combo. I really like this. Pause it. That shot right there, fantastic prediction. I know it doesn't hit, but that is very, very good. Like, try and guess. And there's a high chance that that would have, like, hit. Here, yep. I feel like you're timing, but you can... So I like the trap for the spy check here. Very nice. And then I think you get a really good kill on the Mercy here, if I recall correctly. I like that you're staying up on this high ground. Very, very nice. See the Pharah to our left. Nice. Okay. I feel like we died a lot. But if we're gonna die, I want us trading and trading up. So I like us getting out of spawn. The second I see they have an Ashe, I'm a little scared. So I kind of want us hugging over here, and then we can kind of like fire a shot and then hug over here and then fire a shot and then hug back over here. And then if we need to, we can also land up here. And so that way when we boost, we get even more air versus if we landed down here. If we land up here, we can recharge our fuel and then get even higher. And then we can be up here and we can play around this. But be very cautious now that we know they have an Ashe about where our LOS is. Our Mercy also doesn't pocket us very much, which is annoying. This is not... Especially as you get higher elo, and you're at a higher elo than this, the Mercies will actually pocket you. Like, correctly. So this is what I mean when we run out of fuel right here. We have a few options. I personally would try and land, like, right about now, right here, and then charge my fuel this way, and then we could maybe, try and get up here, and then we could, just using our jets, and then we charge again, and then we boost up, and then we're all the way up here. And then this is a much harder angle for the Ashe. This Zarya is bubbled off and pretty free right now, so we could try and get her. But yeah, I want us trying to, if you're gonna run out of fuel, try and run out of fuel on the high ground versus running out of fuel on the low ground. So, like, right... Yeah, this is Zarya. I would start the Zarya with your monkey because she's, like, completely bubbled off. And not only that, when somebody is against a wall, like the Zarya is right now, you do so much extra damage because you get the splash damage against the wall even if you miss. So yeah, I really want us trying to realize that she's isolated like this and capitalize on it. Very nice. Oh, yeah. I was gonna try and show off the exact spot I wanted you to land. It's like literally right here. It's a little bit before this actually. I like that you almost booped her down to your team, which would have been huge as well. But like right about before this even. Like I want you landing. Yeah, we can use our fuel a little bit more before then. So the other thing is that when we so use your fuel up and then boost so that way it recharges. And then we need to be wary of this Ashe. So we have two options to play against this Ashe, and it's either we try and just LOS her so she can never see us. So when we see that she's there, we can try and like go this way and be here and not worry about her, and then we can even try and get splash damage by shooting right here and hit all of them. The other thing we can do is just constantly shoot at her and pressure her. It's a little bit harder, and honestly, you kind of need to do a mix of both, of like peek, shoot her, because your rockets will displace her and make her shots a lot harder, and she really has to scope to kill you, which makes it a lot harder for her if you are moving her around or if you're like in her face, because she is moving more slowly when she's scoped, and that's what she has to do to kill you. Honestly though, the Mercy should be pocketing you. So like, look at how we're low for a really long time, and then our Mercy is too busy healing a full health Winston. So. Not like this, like, look at how much pressure you were rezzed right here. Okay, yeah. I like that we go in. And then I just want us pushing this Ashe. Yeah, I would even get closer and on her head. Yeah. Very nice. Honestly, a good, nice try. There's so many people who started looking at you there.
Why isn't the payload en route? En route.
So I want us finding a target and focusing them. The Pharah is shooting at you, so we could try. I don't really love taking the air battles unless you... Well, okay. I personally love taking the air battles, but if you don't have a lot of practice with them and you don't feel like you're going to hit your shots, you're much better trying to pressure, like, the Ashe in particular, or the Kiriko, because we can force out both of the Kiriko's cooldowns if we push her. And with the Ashe, like I said, she has to scope to kill you, and you're immediately killing your main threat if you do this, if you focus the Ashe. The main problem with that, like I said, is if as you climb, the Ashes are going to get better aim. So it's even harder to push them, and they'll get mercy pockets and they'll get other stuff like that. It makes it like you can get easily headshot and it's hard to pressure them. And you are not getting pocketed in this scenario because I hope this isn't your friend. She's busy healing the full health Moira. So if it is your friend, tell them to pocket you. There you go. Tell them to just hard pocket you. If they're not your friend, then it's fine. So we kind of need to identify who is well, we know who our primary threat is, but we need to know who our primary target is. And it's not always one and the same, and often it's not one and the same. So In this scenario, I do think the Ashe is a pretty easy kill for us because they don't have like a mercy pocket for her. But I do think that if we spot the Kiriko, she's a pretty good prior target as well. The only problem is that you're shooting the Kiriko to pressure her to use her cooldowns, not necessarily to kill her. If you do kill her, that's very good. And then same with like, it is very hard for us to kill a Moira. It doesn't mean we can't do it. Of course we can two-shot her, but like her, you're pressuring their supports to force out their cooldowns, not necessarily to kill them. You force out their cooldowns and then you kill them. So I like that we're not focused on the Pharah, but like right here, we could have tried to do like one more shot because the Mercy was healing us for a second. We can try and like shoot the Kiriko one more time before we do that. And it might have killed her. I like that we perch here, very nice. I like that we came back for healing. I boost a bit and then rockets up. It's okay. Oh, I like that we identified. This is what I mean by like the Ashe. Like we can keep pushing her here because she's gonna keep shooting at us. It's much different for us to keep shooting at her as well. So I want us like finding the Ashe here or finding the Kiriko here. I love this. Nice. We can maybe try and shoot the Pharah now. I do think we need to play Pharah. I love this. Very, very good. Very good. Now we can shoot the tank. Oh, this is fine too. This is what I mean. So now Moira's used both of her cooldowns. Now we can kill her. So I would keep looking for the Moira here. I want you to really... I feel like we're not tunneled enough. I want us to like find a target and dump, like actually focus them down. I liked how we were aware of the bomb and the positioning. Yeah, this is fine. I think, so when I initially watched this, I'm like, you've had your ult for a really long time, but in all honesty, I'm not sure where you could have used it. So we'll go back and like think about it. Because we've had our ult since here. So I considered, problem is they like immediately scatter. So we have our ult here. I considered like us boosting up onto this high ground and trying to get a really good barrage up here. So what we could do is go up here and then use this wall to boost off of and then do our shot fire and get it here. But by the time I like actually thought about it, they're all like gone. So yeah, the Kiri just TP'd out. Here wouldn't be a worse spot either. We could just try and okay, I don't know why the thing switched persons. We could try and like be right up here. They're like, the problem is like they're all gone. I wouldn't mind solo barraging this tank because a high charge Zarya is scary. But I just feel like we have our ult for a really long time before we use it. But when we do use it, it's very good. I just think we could have built another one by the time we use it. I also do think that we could try and take this Pharah duel when we see her right here. The Pharah duel is something you like want to practice. It's not something you want to just like randomly take. But I think that as you get a better sense of what the projectile speed is with Pharah, and that just comes from playing her a lot. It's a great kill. As you get a better sense of that, then the duels come a lot easier. I don't know why the Moira orbs are glitched today. I really love how we're aware of the Bob. Like, it's super hard for me to look at this and be like, I want to ult this. Like, even though we just capped, I really want to ult this. It's honestly probably better that you didn't right there, but oh man, every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's 3 tasty kills. I love this though. I love that you fired before you ulted too. It made me so happy as a coach to see that. Absolutely adored it.
The payload moves.
Nice.
Desired outcome.
So now I want to setting up on a high perch. It's either this one or the other building. This is fine. So the way you win the Pharah duel is you have more air on her, which it looks like you know. And then like here-ish, there's like two things we could do. I kind of want us to play like right up here if we can, and then just try and stay right here as much as possible. So that way the second they come out, we can just land directs right under them. The other thing we can do is there's like a sliver we could be, and you kind of try to do it here, but when you're firing these shots, I need you to fire it to this door. That's the goal. So if you're standing right here, you need to fire it to that little sliver, and get your crosshair exactly right there. You can see we're a little bit off of it. Be careful of peeking Bastion on wheels. Oh yeah. As a damage boosted Bastion. Do we get rezzed? Oh wait. On all honesty, we should get rezzed here. Bullshit.
Positioning.
Okay. Now they have a Bastion, we need to be really cautious about peeking him on wheels. We also hear the Pharah behind us. Oh, I think we can get this Mercy pick. Look at her. Yeah, right above us. I love where we're playing right here. This is very nice. This is a nice try. Yeah, our healer's just not gonna heal us. Yep. I like this. Oh, okay, needed it. Once we hit, like... I went too far. Once we hit, like, this amount of health, just instantly drop. Just instantly fall down. We should have been res there as well. I don't know if we were. I don't think we were. So, right about here, if we hear this hog land the hook, I kind of want us to concussive blast right here. So that way you boop him away from whoever he just hooked. That we heard the Mercy like land like right next to us. Right there. Yeah, so we can definitely isolate this Mercy. Oh, now we see the Bastion. I want to. Yeah, nice. Unfortunate.
All systems nominal.
30 seconds remaining.
Barrage ready. No time. Let's get it done.
I do, the more you play Pharah, the more her projectiles will, like, come naturally to you. Because I do think we could up our direct hits. But I don't like giving comments on aim because it's like, there's obviously other things you could be doing. Like, your aim will come. Like, that was so good. That was so good. And I want us focusing. Nice. I love that you fired a shot before you did that. Beautiful. That was all you. That fight was all you. And then again, when you're in this scenario, I really want you to play like right here. Just play right above this. And they partially don't expect it, and there's not much they can do about it, because the second they come out, you can just keep firing shots on them and kind of punish them.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Beautiful. Beautiful direct. Okay. I don't think I have the code, but let me see if I do. This one. So I like to practice my Pharah 1v1 on this code, and I'll post it. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll throw it in the description of the video.
From above.
So that way you can go over here. Okay, it didn't actually do anything. And then practice your directs on her this way.
Aerial
And then it'll come like, you'll get like a lot more used to it if you practice with this. I need to lower the bot's damage. Oh my god.
require assistance at my location.
And it'll also help you do things like get this Ash if I can land a direct again to save my life. But anyway, stuff like that. I'm really determined now. There we go. Stuff like that. So this code is like MHGGS, I think it was. Show lobby settings. Wait, not import code. It's share code. Okay, whatever. We'll pull it in a second. And yeah, I'll throw the description of that in the video description. And yeah, I hope that was helpful. Yeah, MHGGS, that's what the code is. So I really love that one to practice the Pharah 1v1s, and I highly suggest that, because if you can get the Pharah 1v1s down, it'll like help your projectile speed so much with all the other 1v1s. So warm up with this code, play this code in between if you're going to keep playing Pharah. And as always, I highly suggest keep playing Pharah because you've gotten so much better. Like flat out, you've gotten so much better. Okay, bye.